And it's really hard to imagine the amount of time that has passed on Earth without humans. Well, all of these times, they all have different names. And now we're not going to talk about all these time periods. We're not going to get into it in detail, and and it's not important. But here's the basics to remember. If you go right down to the bottom over here, you look at the bottom right, and it says 4.54 GA. That might seem a little confusing, but what it means, it's think about computers. KA, that's 1,000 years. MA, that's 1,000,000 years, like mega. GA, that's 1,000,000,000, that's giga. Okay, so we have kilo, mega, and giga. So really it just means how many thousands of years, millions of years, and down here we're talking billions of years. So if we take a look, the general, somebody's got their microphone on, turn it off please. The general consensus is that the Earth was formed 4.5 billion years ago, right? A whole bunch of bits and pieces that squished together. And this first period here, which lasted a few 100 million years, called the Hadean period. And we kind of it goes really quickly here through these other periods, and they're not periods. Sorry, if you go to the top, you can see there's eons, eras, periods, and epochs. And the eons are the big ones. And so we have the first ones where the Earth is just forming and cooling down. Then there's the, if you see there, it's the Proterozoic. And in the Proterozoic era, we're going to talk about that in a moment, there is a little bit of life happening in the world, but it's not really until 500 million years ago that we really have life as we know it starting on Earth. And here it's important. We have this thing called the Cambrian explosion. Now you'll see here during the Paleozoic period era, there's the Cambrian period. And in a very short period of time, there was this unbelievable explosion of life that occurred. And we'll look at that in a moment. So there's some terms that you might have heard of here before, right? There's Cambrian. There's the Mesozoic. And